football fans, we are ready for NFL picks for week number 8 in the league where they play for pay. Great to be back with you. The best audience in all of YouTube continues to be right here. Week 8 already, through 7 weeks, I am exactly 50 games over 500. Let's keep it rolling. 2 teams on a bye this week. Kansas City's on a bye. They're up to 5-2, smacked around the Niners. And the Chargers are on a bye. They're down to 4-3, had a disappointing loss at home to Seattle. Look for those rumors to start heating up about Sean Payton to the Chargers. All right, week 8, pick number 1. Let's go down to the Big D in Dallas, Jerry's World, with the Dallas Cowboys a -10 against the Chicago Bears. Bears up to 3-4, and they just laid it on New England last night on Monday Night Football. How impressive were the Bears? They beat up the Patriots up there in Massachusetts. I was really surprised about this game. Fields looked good. The Bear defense did a lot of good things. Took the ball away a million times. The Bears won in all aspects of this game. Even Belichick admitted that after the game. He said he was totally outcoached. That was a really impressive performance by the Bears. Dallas, they're up to 5-2, beat Detroit. Kind of got out of the gate slow in this game. Defense played well, got that big turnover, down at the goal line. That kind of flipped the game. Dallas got cooking late and pulled away. Dak Prescott back in action, of course, so Dallas gets the win there. So Dallas is at home -10 against Chicago in the Big D. Listen, I just said Chicago did a lot of great things last night. I understand that. But now it's a short week, on the road again, against a good Dallas team with a very good defense. The Bears are going to have to show me that they can do this on a consistent basis. If they go into Dallas and win, I will give them all sorts of credit next week. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Dallas shuts them down. I think the defense dominates, and the boys get the victory. So I'm going Dallas in like a 3-team teaser, 4-team teaser, super teaser, whatever. The boys get the victory. That's pick number 1. How about them Cowboys? Pick number 2. This is the Thursday night football game. And one of my friends is a big Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. I usually don't go near Thursday night football, but I said I'd pick the game because of him. So let's go down to Tampa Bay with the Baltimore Ravens are -1.5 in Tampa Bay. Baltimore's up to 4-3, held on and beat Cleveland. Baltimore's been choppy this year. They look great sometimes, then they look bad sometimes. They're up and down, Baltimore. They've blown a lot of big leads in the fourth quarter. They're a hard team to figure right now. Then you got Tampa Bay. They're down to 3-4, lost to Carolina 21-3. Carolina had traded McCaffrey. They're down to their 3rd-string quarterback. They had already fired their coach. And Tampa Bay couldn't score an offensive touchdown. First play of the game, Tampa Bay has the ball. Brady throws a bomb to Evans over the middle of the field. There's no one within 10 yards of him. Right in his hands, drops the ball. If you're a Buck fan, you could have turned off your set right there, because they never got close to the end zone after that. Offensive line has been bad all year. They can't run the ball because of that. They can't protect Brady, so he can't use those weapons. Bucks have all kinds of issues, and Brady looks like he's done after this year. I know we've said that before. I think he's really done this time. And they were quick to get Bruce Arians out of there. He won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Yeah, they lost a tough game in the playoffs to the Rams last year. They bump him up to the front office, and they bring Todd Bowles in. Todd Bowles has done an awful job so far. And he looks like a complete mummy on the sidelines. He has no reaction whatsoever. Bowles, can you show me some life over there? He's almost too cool for school. So he's done a bad job as well. And by the way, that division is so bad that Tampa Bay at 3-4 is in first place. As far as this particular game on Thursday Night Football, Baltimore -1.5 in Tampa, I'm going to go wrap around teaser and take Baltimore +4.5 in a 2-team teaser. I can't trust Tampa Bay. They scored 3 points against Carolina. They couldn't score against Pittsburgh. They look like a complete mess. They have no confidence whatsoever. They're on a short week. I have to think even if they win the game, it's going to be close. So if I can get Baltimore with 4.5, I have to feel comfortable that way, right? I mean, I think Baltimore's going to probably win this game outright. But with 4.5, I love them because Tampa Bay has shown me nothing the last 2 weeks. They scored 3 points against Carolina. And obviously, I don't bet Thursday Night Football with my own money. If I had to play it, wrap around teaser, 2-team teasers, 6 points, move it to 4.5, and take the Ravens. That's pick number 2. Pick number 3, let's go up to Minnesota, where the Minnesota Vikings are minus 4.5 against the Arizona Cardinals. Vikings 5-1 off a bye, in total control of that division. Arizona, they're up to 3-4. They beat New Orleans on Thursday Night Football. Hopkins came back, 10 catches, 100 yards. I told you the Cardinals missed Hopkins in the worst way. The worst way. They will be better now on offense with him back there. He is such a good player. He means so much to them. And you could see it last week. Totally different Arizona offense. I'm going to move this line to 10.5 and take Arizona. Like I just said, Arizona will be better on offense with Hopkins. And Minnesota's in a lot of close games. Now, they've won them all, but they're in a lot of close games. I think this game will be close also. And if I can get 10.5 with the Birds, I like that, so I'm going to go that way. Arizona plus 10.5 in a 2-team teaser. That's pick number 3. Pick number 4, let's go to the Big Easy. New Orleans, Louisiana, the Superdome. Fat Tuesday, Mardi Gras, who dat? Where the Las Vegas Raiders are now minus 1.5 in New Orleans. Saints down to 2-5, lost to Arizona. They got all sorts of problems, all sorts of guys hurt. They're just a mess. Las Vegas, they're up to 2-4. They beat the Texans. They got off to a slow start in this game, pulled away late. The Vegas Raiders have a lot of talent. They're not your typical 2-4 team. This team has talent. They're a dangerous team. And now they've hit the soft part of their schedule where they maybe can get back into this. Maybe can get back into playoff contention. Don't count them out just yet. So Las Vegas, minus 1.5 in New Orleans. Again, this will be a wraparound teaser for me. I'll move it to 4.5, and I'll take the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to win this game straight up. Even if you like the Saints, you can't like them by more than a field goal. So I like the Raiders here in a wraparound teaser. That's pick number 4. And as the late, great Al Davis used to say, just win, baby! Pick number 5. Let's go to the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Not too far from here, with the New England Patriots at minus 2.5 against the New York Football Jets. Jets are up to 5-2. Go into Denver and win. How about the Jets? Defense is playing well. How about this Sauce Gardner? I like him as a player. He's got a lot of little attitude. He's got a lot of bravado. I think the Jets need that. They need a little swag on this team. He provides that. Unfortunately, they lose the running back Hall for the year, but they do go out and trade for Robertson. Zach Wilson, who knows? Who knows? He hasn't been playing great. He hasn't been playing bad. I still don't know if he's the franchise quarterback. I think the Jets are winning despite him. He still has a lot to prove, but the Jets are doing overall a tremendous job. 5-2, Jets, 4 in a row. Come on, they're doing a great job. And then you got the New England Patriots. They're down to 3-4. They inexplicably got hammered at home by the Bears. Now you got this whole quarterback situation. They start Mac Jones. They let him play just a few snaps. Then they bring in Zappy. Zappy rallies the team at first, but then he turns into a pumpkin. So to me, you have to now go back to Mac Jones. I mean, you have to. You're going to have a controversy here. You go back to Zappy now. Where does that leave Mac Jones? Mac Jones has to start this week. I know they say he's not completely healthy. He's got to start this week. Zappy turned into a pumpkin in the second half of that game. Go back to Mac Jones. By the way, how about this player for New England? 8.5 sacks, Judon. He's tremendous. 8.5 sacks. He's out of Grand Valley State. Just goes to show you a good player can come from anywhere. All right, so New England is minus 2.5 in the Meadowlands against the Jets in a big division game. I'm going to move it to 8.5 and take the Jets. After what I saw from New England last week, we don't even know who's quarterbacking. New England's got this whole problem at quarterback now. They played awful last night. Awful. And the Jets got a little momentum now. I know they lose the running back, but they went out and got Robinson. I know he's not as good as Hall, but at least they tried to replace him. The Jets have been playing some good defense. I think this is going to be tight, low scoring, coming down to the end. Field goal game either way, like 16-13 somebody. So I'm going to take the Jets plus 8.5 in the Meadowlands. I hope the Jet crowd is into this game. You've been waiting so long, Jet fans, for a big game. Get into this game. Get there early. Let's have a fired up crowd in the Meadowlands this week at MetLife Stadium. I want to see the Jet fans fired up this week. It's a big game for them. So I'm going to go Jets plus 8.5 at MetLife. That's pick number 5. Jets. Jets, Jets, Jets. Oh yeah. Pick number 6. Let's go to Philadelphia, where the Philadelphia Eagles are minus 10 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Philadelphia is 6-0 off the bye. They are an A++ so far this year. Pittsburgh, they're down to 2-5, lost a tough game to Miami, had a chance to win this game, but Pickett had the interception late. Pickett did some good things in this game. He completed a lot of passes, he threw for a lot of yards, but he did have 2 costly turnovers at the end when the Steelers had a chance to win the game. Growing pains for Mr. Pickett. Listen, as far as this game, 3-team teaser, 4-team teaser, super teaser, you got to like the Eagles. They're undefeated, coming off a bye, they're home, and the Steelers are starting a rookie quarterback. I know the Steelers have battled the last 2 weeks, but they cannot score. They cannot keep up with Philadelphia. This is a tough place to play. They'll harass Pickett. Those fans will be all over him. I like the Eagles. That's pick number 6. Fly, Eagles, fly. Pick number 7. Let's go down to Houston, Texas, where the Tennessee Titans are minus 1.5 against the Houston Texans. Texans down to 1-4-1, lost to Las Vegas. Tennessee's up to 4-2. They beat Indianapolis. Tennessee is playing a lot better football now. For the 3rd time already this week, I'm going wraparound teaser. And there's been 3 1.5-point spreads. I'm going wraparound teaser again. I'm moving it to 4.5, and I'm taking the Titans. I think the Titans are going to win outright. Now, if I can get them with 4.5 points, I got to love that. The Titans are 4-2. The Texans are 1-4-1, and the Titans are playing good football. I know the Texans give you a battle, but they're just not that good. The Titans are the better football team. So I'm going to move it to 4.5 and take the Titans, even if, again, and I'm repeating myself, even if you told me the Texans were going to win. You couldn't say they're going to win by more than 3, right? So you got to feel comfortable with Tennessee plus 4.5. Wrap around 2-team, 6-point teaser. That's pick number 7. Pick number 8. Let's go to Indianapolis. We got all sorts of issues here. With the Indianapolis Colts are minus 4.5 against the Washington Commanders. Commanders up to 3-4, beat Green Bay. Nice job by Washington. They were down 14-3 early in this game, came rallying all the way back. I thought Heineke played well. I got on him last week. He played well. Good win for Washington. They're up to 3-4. They've won a couple in a row. And then you got the Colts. They're down to 3-1, lost to Tennessee again, and now Matt Ryan is benched for the rest of the year. He does have a shoulder injury. They're saying that's not the reason he's being benched. He's just not played well. So they'll go with Ellinger the rest of the year. I don't know what you're going to get with him, but Matt Ryan has not been good. He's not been good. He looks like an old elephant. He's throwing interceptions. He's getting sacked all the time. The offensive line for the Colts is awful. They can't get the running game going. They're a complete wreck, and they are 3-1, so they're not out of this by any stretch. But this quarterback situation, again, for the Colts, it's every year. It's every year, whether it's Rivers or Wentz or Ryan, they keep, getting these retreads. It's not working. Go out and draft a quarterback this year. Ever since Andrew Luck retired, they've had this. So Matt Ryan, what a disaster. How do you think he feels sitting on the bench the rest of the year? Oh, my goodness. Terrible. Listen, I'm going to move the line to 10.5 and take Washington. I don't know what you're getting from Ellinger. I don't know what you're getting from the Cole offense. And Washington has won 2 in a row, and Heineke looked good last week. And I don't think the Colts can blow out anyone because I don't think they can score. So I like Washington plus 10.5 in a 2-team teaser. That's pick number 8. Pick number 9. Big division game here. Let's go out to sunny Los Angeles with the San Francisco 49ers are minus 2 against the LA Rams. Rams are 3-3 coming off a bye. They've been very choppy this year. Niners, they're down to 3-4. Just got smacked around by Kansas City. I mean, they do trade for McCaffrey. I think that's a great trade. He did get some action last week. I think that'll help him. They got to get some guys back on defense. They got a few of them back last week, but they got all these guys banged up on defense, San Francisco. You saw that last week when the Chiefs just, tore them apart. The Niners, when healthy, have a good defense, but they're not healthy right now. Niners -2 in Los Angeles. Listen, it's a big division game. I know the Niners always have their way with the Rams, except for the playoff game last year. I'm going to move it to 8 and take the Rams. The Rams are home, bye week. The Niners are all beat up on defense. I have to think the Rams are going to be at least in this game. I think it's going to be a good game, an important game, a close game. I'll take the Rams +8 at home in what should be a very, very close game. That's pick number 9. Pick number 10, let's go out to Seattle, the great Northwest. What a surprise here. Where the Seattle Seahawks are -3 against the New York Football Giants. We got surprises on both ends of the spectrum here. Both ends of the spectrum. The Giants are up to 6-1. They hold on and beat Jacksonville. They get the goal line stand. Barkley's got to get out of bounds, by the way. But they do it again, the Giants, and that magic dust is flying around the Giants this year. It's all going right for them this year. I mean, 6-1, get another close victory. I feel like every game with the Giants this year has been close in the fourth quarter, and they've pulled out 6 of 7 of them. They have that magic dust right now, the Giants. It's amazing how things can go. When they go your way or go against you, momentum is a funny thing, and the Giants have momentum on their side in a big way, and that magic dust is all over them. How about Seattle? They're up to 4-3, beat the Chargers. Unbelievable. Geno Smith is playing well. Russell Wilson, who? Geno Smith is playing well. The defense is now playing better. They lose Metcalf. Now, he's not out for the year, but he'll miss some time. That'll hurt. But how about the job Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, and the Seattle Seahawks are doing? They're 4-3. They're in first place. Seattle's in. Are you kidding me? In what we thought was going to be a really, really good division, Seattle is in first place. They are doing a great job, and I never saw that coming. So Seattle's at home, -3 against the Giants. I'm going to move it to 9 and take the Giants. Listen, if I can get that amount of points with the Giants, I have to take them. As I said, that magic dust is on them right now. Seattle's playing well also, but now they lose Metcalf. That's a huge loss for them. I have to think this is going to be a close game. That's how the Giants play. That's how they play. Tough defense, it's going to be close. It could go either way, but it's going to be close. So if I have the Giants with 9, I have to feel very comfortable that way. So I'm going Giants +9, pick number 10. Pick number 11, this is the Monday Night Football game where all my rowdy friends are here on Monday night. Let's go to the Dog Pound in Cleveland where the Cincinnati Bengals are -3 against the Cleveland Browns. Cincinnati up to 4-3, beat Atlanta, finally got that offense going. That looked like the Cincinnati of last year. Burrow was awesome. Chase was awesome. Boyd was awesome. That was Cincinnati of last year. That was the Cincinnati offense of last year. Looked really good. Cleveland, 2-5. Found another way to lose a close game. Lose to Baltimore, missed the field goal at the end. Cleveland has lost so many close games now. They lose the Jet game by 1 in a game they never should have lost. They lose the Charger game by 2 when they miss a field goal. They lose this game by 3 when they miss a field goal to tie it. They lost to Atlanta by 3 when they had a chance to get down the field and tie it. They threw an interception. Cleveland has found new and interesting ways to lose each and every week, and now they're 2-5. It's a big rivalry. It's a Monday Night Football game. I'm going to move it to 9 and take Cleveland. As I just said, Cleveland's in nothing but close games. They lose most of them, but they are in close games every week, and I think this game will be close. Most of these division games are close. And I know Cincinnati's offense looked awesome last week at home. Let's see if they can take that show on the road this week. I'm going to say Cleveland hangs around. I'm going to take Cleveland +9 in a 2-team teaser. That's pick number 11 in the Dog Pound. Pick number 12. This is the London game as we're back in London yet again with the Jacksonville Jaguars on -3.5 against the Denver Broncos. Jacksonville down to 5, lost to the Giants as I mentioned, they got stopped at the goal line. Jacksonville loses some tough games as well. And then you got Denver. They're down to 2-5, lost to the Jets, same old story, can't score. Wilson's out. We'll see if he plays this week. Who was at quarterback? Rippin last week? I mean, I don't know what you're getting from him. I mean, the Denver offense is a catastrophe, and Wilson has been a total disaster. He's a shadow of the player he used to be. He can't use his legs anymore. Total disaster for this Denver offense. They have a very good defense that'll keep them in most games. Their offense is a disaster, and this coaching staff is as green as a leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day, and I don't think they're going to last. And I'll tell you why. Because this new ownership that bought Denver did not hire this coaching staff. And this new ownership, this is the Walmart people. They're not used to losing. They're not used to things going their own way. They're ruthless, and they will make changes. They will not tolerate this. Walmart, you think they're used to losing? They're as ruthless a company as there is out there. They will not have patience for this. I think the coaching staff is going to go. As a matter of fact, if Denver loses this game, they may not make it back from London. They may have to pay for their own coach flight home. So Jacksonville, -3.5 against Denver in London. I'm going to reluctantly move it to 9.5 and take Denver. I think it's a close game. It's a defensive game. Both teams are in close games. They're both 2-5. I don't think either can blow out the other one. I mean, it's risky taking Denver because they don't score, but their defense is that good. I think Russell Wilson will play. They have to show you something this week, Denver. They have to. Jobs are on the line now. I'll take Denver plus 9.5 in London reluctantly. Pick number 13. Let's go to the ATL Hotlanta, with the Atlanta Falcons are -6 against the Carolina Panthers. Atlanta down to 3-4, lost to Cincinnati, just got carved up like a bird on Thanksgiving. Carolina are up to 2-5, as I mentioned, had that tremendous win against Tampa Bay. Give Carolina credit. Give Walker, the third-string quarterback, credit. Give the interim coach credit. You didn't think you were going to get anything from Carolina. They beat Tampa Bay. That was a good job by Carolina. That was a professional effort. They had a lot of pride in that game. And both of these teams are right in the race for the division now. Atlanta is virtually tied for first at 3-4, and Carolina at 2-5 is only a game back. Yeah, hard to believe. I know Carolina looked good last week, and I know Atlanta looked bad. I just have a feeling the Falcons at home are going to win this game. I think the Falcons are going to come home and play better. I don't think Carolina is going to take this on the road 2 weeks in a row. I don't think coming off that big emotional win against Tampa Bay is going to carry into a road win here. I just don't think so. I don't think Carolina's any good. I just don't think so. That was probably more, on Tampa Bay than anything else. I just have a feeling the Falcons are going to win. So I'm just going to move the line to pick them and take Atlanta. I think they're going to play better at home. I think they were embarrassed last week on the road. And I don't think Carolina can do this 2 weeks in a row. I just don't think they can. Listen, there's an argument here. You want to take Carolina with the points in a teaser plus 12. You can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. I just have a feeling the Falcons are going to win this game. And I just can't see Carolina winning back-to-back games. Just a feeling. I'll go Atlanta there. That's pick number 13. Pick number 14. Oh, here's a strange game. Let's go to the Motor City in Detroit with the Miami Dolphins on -3 against the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Kittens. Detroit down to 1-5, lost to Dallas, hung in the game early, then had that huge fumble at the goal line. Goff, I've seen enough of him. It's time to jettison him out. It's time for Detroit to draft a good young quarterback and start over. I've seen enough of Goff. Now the Lions, who do nothing but score indoors, haven't scored a touchdown outside in 2 weeks. I don't think they've scored a touchdown now in what? They had a bye in there like a month. They haven't scored a touchdown. Shut out New England. Couldn't score an offensive touchdown against Dallas. I mean, now Detroit can't score at all after scoring 45, every week at home. Well, they lose every week. It doesn't matter if they score or don't score. They always lose. Then you got Miami. They're up to 4-3, beat Pittsburgh. Held on. Got off to a great start, but held on in this game. Tua was back. You could see they're a better team with him. This is a strange game. This has strange written all over it. Because I despise Detroit, but at home they play these wacky games. Like they'll probably fall behind in this game like 28-0, and you'll look up and they'll lose like 35-34 or something like that. They play these strange games at home, Detroit. And they usually score a lot of points at home. This is a wacky game. If you asked me who I thought was going to win, I'd say Miami. If you asked me in a teaser who I take, I don't know why, and I might need my head examined. I'd probably move it to 9 and take Detroit, just because they always seem to play these crazy games at home and score a lot of points. So maybe split the difference. If you guys just want to pick, who wins in like a money line, I'd say Miami. If you're going teaser, I'd probably be more inclined to take Detroit. It's a strange game. It just has strange written all over, and I think Miami is light years better than Detroit. But Miami's also got a bunch of guys out on defense. It's just weird. It's a game I'll stay away from. It's a weird game, but that's how I play it. That's pick number 14. And the final pick number 15, this is the Sunday Night Football game where the Buffalo Bills are at home -10 against the Green Bay Packers. Buffalo is 5-1 off a bye. Obviously, we think they're one of the best teams in football. And Green Bay, oh my goodness, like Tampa and the Colts, Rodgers is starting to look like an old elephant now. They're down to 3-4. They lost to Washington. Green Bay is up 14-3 in this game. They pick off a pass and look like they're going to go up 21-3. Nope, wiped out. Illegal contact. The game completely flips from there, and Green Bay ends up losing to Washington. The young receivers, continue to be a problem. The defense isn't playing all that great. Rodgers is not playing great at all. They just signed him to this mammoth contract. He looks like he's getting old. All sorts of issues for Green Bay, and Rodgers in the postgame. Maybe this game against Buffalo on Sunday Night Football is just what we need. It sounds good, Mr. Rodgers. I don't think so. 3-team teaser, 4-team teaser, super teaser. I don't think this Green Bay Packer team has what it takes to go up to Buffalo and win on Sunday Night Football in that madhouse against this team. I don't think it's going to happen. Green Bay has showed me nothing so far this year. And you think they can go into Buffalo and win? No. I'll take my chances with the Bills. That's pick number 15. There you go. You're all caught up. You're all set for week number 8 as the season is flying right by. As I mentioned, I'm 50 games over 500 right now. Let's keep it cooking. Let's keep it rolling. Thanks as always for the support. Stay happy, healthy, and safe. Pick a lot of winners. Make a lot of money. Enjoy the games. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Take care.